Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another trading recap. Before we get into it, hit that like, hit that subscribe. And if you want to learn how to trade like me or trade with me in the mornings, join the Discord link in description. And if you want to open your own live account, we have a link in the description to Hanko Trade as well. Um, Great broker, crypto payments, everything like that. So, yeah. All right, let's get into today's trade recap. This is going to be a recap for today and yesterday's trades. Yesterday, I had to work my other job in the morning, so I wasn't at my house to be trading. So um, I didn't, I didn't really make a recap for it. But we're going to break down today's trade first. Unfortunately, did not get filled on our trade. Missed our entry by 4 points. Um, Unfortunate, but that's just what comes with the game. Let's go over our confluences here. We had this 1 hour gap, which was our drawn liquidity, was the fill of this gap here. Our main point where we wanted to see the reversal was going to be down here at this nice wick over here. This wick, along with relative equal lows on a lower time frame. We had some relative equal lows down there as well, or actually equal lows. So you have 5 minute equal lows here. That was framing as our engineered liquidity. And basically what I wanted to see was the sweep of that liquidity, tap into here, and then the reaction to the top of this gap here. Um, and we did kind of get that, but unfortunately, if we just look a little bit closer, you see behind this is this little purple box here that is for um, that's marked out for our new week opening gap. That's one of our indicators that we have here. So our new week opening gap got touched to the CE. I thought that was adding extra confluence to my level, but it literally just tapped the CE twice and then rocketed to our drawn liquidity. Our full draw is actually these London highs here, but I wasn't really expecting that to happen in the very first few moments of the day. So I only wanted to see this hourly gap get filled, and it did beautifully. So we had a tap here. Once it swept this wick over here, um, I took off my limits because at that point, if it retraced, I knew it was gonna blow through it like it did over here. Um, but this level up here would have been great for a short. Had a nice rejection block up here. We have a minute rejection block that we can enter off of, and if we miss that, we have a nice change in the state of delivery here. And then if we miss that, we have this inversion block here. So we have this inversion gap here that we could either wait for the full candle closeout and then this retest, or we could have just waited for this little close there retest. And then what, nice 30 points or so. Yeah, 30, 40 points, easy TP, you know, easy trades is what we like to see. But, unfortunately today, that's just wasn't in the cards. So we did miss our real trade idea. And then this was our hindsight trade idea, was to just short off of this gap fill. Um, but unfortunately, you know, I mean, you say fortunately, unfortunately, whatever you want to call it, we didn't lose any money, but we also didn't make any money. But for yesterday, while I was at work, I did make a trade on my live account off of this level here, another gap fill, about 4 hour here, and then the 50% of a daily order block. We had a beautiful rejection here, missed this rejection block entry, and then just entered off the CISD. Had a nice retrace, about 9 points, 8.5 points. And then after that, it just rocketed. Took our TP at 50 points. Um, Even though our draw that we had was gonna be the London high, because we had equal highs at the London high and the Asia high. So those equal highs gave me very high confluence as being our drawn liquidity. And almost immediately after we swept these highs here, you see price just falling off. Um, but during our PM session and overnight, we did have some major expansion, which is honestly what we've been wanting to see for a little while. Because all the tariff news and stuff like that that keeps coming out has just absolutely decimated our indexes. We're we're down 20% off the highs, almost 16% off the highs. Quite the move. But you know, what can we do? We just hop on the charts every day, read what we can, and make the decisions off of the candles that are presented to us. Other than that, though, that's gonna be it for today's trading recap. Um, Hope y'all made some money today. And yeah, man, join that Discord, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.